Yeah, but I saw he's doing.
Good evening, Ethan. Ready to roll?
Okay, thank you, Matt.
Yep. We're live on, we're streaming on YouTube and the phone lines are open. The meeting's being recorded. You may begin.
Thank you. Have a motion to open? Second.
Be watching.
All in favor?
Read the agenda.
Okay, we're open. So, can everybody please rise to the pledge? I tried to punch it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. And turn it over to you.
Yep.
You had turned the seat and you're gone.
All right, so this is our first of our three budget meetings to go over our various budgets. Today is the superintendent board budget, the assistant superintendent Tim Prom for curriculum and instruction, and Sam Schneider, assistant superintendent for business. So I'll just go over mine, which is a pretty small code, but generally speaking, the budget again, of course, is tight. We intend to be under the 2% tax cap. I think that was very clear in what we've been talking about over our meetings as administrators. For me, my budget has gone down 15.393% from last year. We cut some material supplies. We cut some of our board trainings numbers down. In addition, we took a little bit off of each of our codes. As you may or may not know, I just had a newspaper reached out. There was this whole thing, and we kind of talked about the Board of Elections and voting machines and purchasing of voting machines. Julie has investigated this. I can't even imagine how many hours we've gone back and forth, but East Hampton has decided we're doing paper ballots and we are going to count them. Our staff handled them during COVID, so we will not be renting or purchasing machines. It was an added expense. I was not willing to, commit the district's money to that. In fact, a lot of it was unknown. Despite a lot of efforts from the Suffolk County Superintendents Association to lower those expenses down, there are still a lot of unknowns, maintenance, paying these companies to come. Now we just found out where you have to store the machines it's not worth it. We did it during COVID. We counted, I believe we had about 1,500, I think it was about 1,500 ballots in it. We did it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Julie can handle it. She told me she can handle it. And I did not coerce her to say that. So we cut some of that out. Again, we feel it's the best way to go. Julie's got her staff. She's ready to go. So that's where I say, again, generally speaking, my budget's down 15%, although it's not a massive budget, obviously, but it is down significantly for our offices.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you down more than competition?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone has a copy of the budget. My codes, I have numerous codes that Adam doesn't have to do. So percentage wise, I'm down 1,000,000%. No. It's hard to really just put a total number without adding all the codes up separately. But last year's equipment, we were looking at piloting some Apple products. So my equipment budget was much more last year, and so far that pilot has gone fairly well. We work with 50 or so advanced research kids to see how those things work. For their needs in different classes. It's created a little buzz. It's created a little more secure for our kids. So that budget has gone down. We were able to, obviously drop that budget, but also secure a lot of these devices through some repair reserves, replacing broken other devices like the Chromebooks and the like. So there's a big savings from budget to budget there. Also had some really fruitful partnerships with the Becana Teacher Center. So some PD that we were looking to do, help those, our directors. We found some really wonderful sources to enhance what our teachers are doing. The PTC was really excited with that. So they actually took that on. So, credit to our directors for finding great people and that the PTC took on. So therefore, it was a budget savings for us because they actually took the cost off there. So you'll see another 50,000 or so savings there, 150,000 in equipment budgets. Some of our fixed costs we really can only predict when we get them. Some of our BOCES cross contracts, we do expect that to go down, substantially. Like some of those savings from the PTC this year we used to offset some anticipated textbook monies next year. So, across the board, we're probably looking about, 300,000 to 400,000, today, about cuts. And I'm pleased to say that it's not anything that I fear is going to hurt what our kids are doing. I actually think it goes back to, the building budgeting wisely, us having a little bit of wiggle room here and then working on partnerships, to really kind of offset that, both the repair reserve as well as, the shared services with other agencies. So glad to answer any questions you have. Well done. The director finding great people to work with, so our staff are getting those programs. I think, some PD that's going on has worked out nicely. So
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we've gone over this and over and over, and every year it's like it's not gonna go away. So
the shared partnerships has really worked out
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
And credit to the repair reserve for kind of allowing us some wiggle room
Yeah.
in advance.
that helps.
So we're not really chasing it when we need it. We're able to think, do we want it? How do we do it? So
Right.
Right.
Thank you.
All right, so you can see the business office and related areas, we're down about $10,500 in what we're asking for. We were able to pick up some savings by having a pretty significant reduction in our costs for compliance with the Affordable Care Act paperwork, which is was a heavy sum. Now it's still a heavy sum, but it's less of a heavy sum. One of the driving factors of whatever cost increases individually are in the budget is the fact that the BOCES administrative charges, which we have no control over, whether we select all the BOCES services or none of the BOCES services, we still have this non-negotiable fee that has to be paid to BOCES, is going up 2.75%. Now, our property tax cap allows us to increase the budget, increase the levy by 2.22%. So you can see the problem right there. But so that is, you'll see it's on the last page of the business office section. You can see that the BOCES administrative charges are a hefty portion of what my office is budgeting for.
And to be noted, they go above the 2% cap every year.
It's a matter of routine, yes.
Yeah.
I think they put it, I'm on one of their committees that examine their budget. And one of the things that they talk about, and this is the one thing they talk about that actually makes sense, is some of their vendors that they send out to us, their vendors are raising their rates 6 to 7%. So they're getting hit, thus we get hit. That is the one part of their budget that is really out of their control. But look, Sam, for years we talk, we go back with BOCES, and the superintendents have also said, you got to kind of try to keep pace with us, meaning slow down a little bit with their increases.
So I just also wanted to point out to you that on the revenue side of things, we if you look just strictly on the paper and the state aid runs, you'd say, oh, there's a large increase in state aid. That is entirely driven by an increase in the UPK grant that we're entitled to next year. So that was able to help us back out some of the personnel costs in our UPK line. But other than that, our state aid, we got the standard 1% that the governor is recommending. Later on, there's an item in the agenda to have annually ask you to adopt the calculation for the property tax cap. It's section 8 of the budget, of the agenda. So that's a bit of a moving target because we're still waiting, obviously, for the legislature to enact a final budget. So that calculation that you see is being done through the governor's budget. I don't anticipate that we're going to see an on-time budget this year from the legislature. We haven't the last few years. This is an election year, which makes it the more hoopla than normal. So, I'm going with the governor's budget until we get something solid on the legislature. So the governor's proposing an increase in our UPK money. It's great. We were able to offset some of the personnel costs. And the other function that I just want to briefly touch on, because I think it deserves some public airing, is our shared services. We are bringing in multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars a year with shared services by partnering with other area school districts. so that they can accomplish what they need. We can, provide expertise and services through our personnel that you have, so wisely hired. And we're able to benefit the taxpayers of both districts. And that is a huge driving force on the revenue side of the budget, which is not what we're focusing on tonight, but I felt it was worthy to
Should have
mention.
mentioned for sure.
But
It's been a goal for a long time, and we're starting to get some steam on that for sure.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
More than starting, it's been going for a while, but
Yeah.
it's picking up.
very well. So, all right. Are there any questions on that?
No? I have a motion to close the budget portion of the meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Make a motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Do we have to open?
You're good.
All right, so we'll go right into the regular board meeting. All right, get my bearings squared away here. Where am I?
Presentation.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. So we're doing two presentations today. It's funny, we didn't plan it this way. It just came together this way. But we're going to have Stephanie Dubois Rivera, our director of ENL, do a little presentation on the seal of biliteracy. And then right after her, Sarah Smith will come and introduce the ENL College Readiness Program.
So good evening, everyone. I'm really excited to present this opportunity for our students for the first time in our district's history, at least. The seal of biliteracy is a nationally recognized distinction that students can earn on their diplomas if they can prove that they are bilingual and biliterate in one or more languages. In two or more languages. It's the bilingual part. This is something that, given the population that we have here and just the curriculum that we have provided at the high school, is very attainable for many of our students. And earning the seal is something that will help them when they're applying to colleges, scholarships, and future employers. Right now, less than 5% of the students that graduate in New York State graduate with the seal. So if they are able to earn it, it really is something that is going to make them stand out. And it is open to any students that attend our school. So, in a few years, when the dual language program kind of makes its way up to the high school, or those students make their way up to the high school, they will be prime candidates for this. But currently, we still have a large number of students that are in a good position to earn it. And I apologize that scoring matrix on the left is tiny and honestly a little intimidating to look at the first few times. When you start to look at it as much as I have, then it becomes a little bit clearer. But basically, to earn the seal, students as a kind of fundamental need to earn all of the requirements for earning a Regents diploma. Beyond that, they have to complete or earn 3 points on the left side, which is the possible ways to earn a point in English, and then 3 points on the world language side. It could look different for each student, which is kind of the beauty of this, of the seal, because, one way you can earn a point in English, for example, is to get an 80 on the Regents. You didn't have a good day on the English Regents, that's okay. You can still earn it by getting an 85 average in your 11th and 12th grade ELA classes, or by getting a 3 or higher on the AP exam. So there's just different opportunities for students to earn the seal and the points required. So it is 3 points on the English side, 3 points on the world language side. Now, the interesting part of this is that, yes, our students in the upper level world language classes will be well suited for this. However, technically, you don't have to be in a world language class to do this. So if you speak another language at home as your first language, you might want to try for this. It might be something that would be available to you. The bottom criteria that you should be able to see there, if you could read ant font, is a culminating project. It's not mandatory, because if you get your 3 points other ways, you don't necessarily have to do the project. But the way that most of our language classes are designed and our ELA classes are designed, that project's already included. So for our students who are taking, the SUNY Old Westbury classes, the AP Spanish Lit or language classes, they're already doing these requirements. So it should be very attainable for them. We really try to make it as intuitive. I don't want to say easy, because none of this is easy. This is hard work, but but practical for our students and not adding on additional projects or work to a junior or senior they're already bogged down with a lot of work. And we had it already set up. So that's kind of how they would earn it. Where we kind of stand now, the state does require us that if we're offering Seal by Literacy, we need to have a Seal by Literacy committee. So we have formed one. It's made up of myself and 2 world language teachers. Ms. Quinteros, who's one of our lovely guidance counselors, is on the committee as well as an ENL teacher and an ELA teacher. So I have to say this group has been just phenomenal in doing parent presentations and talking to students and guiding them through this. So I'm super grateful for all their hard work on this. We have met with all of the upper level Spanish and French classes, as well as any other students that have, said that they're interested. We've had a parent meeting back on January 8th. Currently, and actually the number that is up there is as of an hour ago, incorrect. We are now up to 55 students that have expressed an interest and are actively working towards earning the seal. Not to say that all 55 will earn it, but honestly, looking at the criteria and what these students have, a large number of them I expect will. I really do. And then just moving forward, we hope to be meeting with the HLA classes and Spanish and French classes with the sophomores in it so that they can plan ahead. Because really what's going to help is if they stick with their language courses. So if this is something they want to do, talking about it now is the smart way to kind of plan into that.
That's terrific.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Great job.
Thank you.
How did it all come about? Are there other schools on Long Island?
Yeah, so the seal by literacy was kind of started around 2016, and it was in a very different form. There's different criteria, and it was kind of brought to us last year by our local arbor, and it just said, hey, you guys look like a district that could offer this and could, and so we started looking at it. Adam and I discussed it with Tim, and we were like, yeah, this is actually something that looks attainable for us to offer. So it has been around for a little bit. There's definitely some of our neighboring schools. I know that Southampton and Hampton Bays have offered it for a number of years. I've been working with them very closely too to see kind of how they organize things and how they run it there. So it's definitely something that has been around, but we're getting on board. Anything for our students.
When we were talking about it, and Stephanie said, a couple of years ago, there was a lot of different components to it. It's kind of evolved, and I think it's a natural progression for where some of our dual language kids will be. But interestingly, still is like I think in the current sense, with some 50 plus eligible students right now, there'll be some ENL students that will maybe get a different kind of acknowledgement of what they accomplished academically. But you do have kids taking advanced Spanish right now from non-Spanish speaking households who are taking in those classes. SUNY Old Westbury with AP, they're doing these projects. Just because they did in the class doesn't mean they're just going to be awarded. So they're still going to have to go through a hoop. They're going to do an application, and it's not going to be backbreaking work, but it's going to be an acknowledgement of what they've done. Because some people do say after 3 years of foreign language, I'm out. Or 4 years, I'm out. So this is going to be.
It might keep some in too. Maybe for that reason, it'll keep some in.
Yeah, and again, it's going to benefit them long term. It's going to benefit them in the community, and bring a lot of the kids from different, backgrounds to a similar kind of acknowledged, academic STEM. So it's a great program. And not a ton of extra. It's organization.
It's organization.
Kids will have to do what they're about, for sure.
But it's
not a gift, but
right,
but it's attainable. Like an application to like a scholarship in the life.
Yeah. Yep.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Dara?
Stars of the show. Good evening, everyone. Lovely to see you all.
And I could not be more proud to present our ENL College Readiness Program to you tonight. This program was the idea of guidance counselor Sandra Quinteros. And to give you a bit of context, when Sandra joined us last year, she noticed a significant gap in the college readiness of our ENL students. And more importantly, she not only came to me noticing this and with this information, but she came to me with an idea and a plan to address it. And that's when she proposed the after-school ENL College Readiness Program that you will hear about tonight. And so we are also incredibly grateful to first-year guidance counselor, Rudy Vasquez, who has jumped right in and helped Sandra with the program and helped support our students. And also very grateful to Stephanie and the ENL department for funding the program through grant monies. So I'm proud to turn it over to Ms. Quinteros, Mr. Vasquez, and our students.
Hey, hi everyone.
Hello.
See some of you again. All right, so I'm gonna read it just because I translated it for our parents so that they can read it later on at home and they know what I'm saying. Okay. But a lot of what you already mentioned. So yeah, last year when I started meeting with my seniors, I realized that many of my ENL students were several steps behind in terms of the college application process. I started making a list of what they did not yet have compared to my general ed students, because I have some general students in my caseload. This included some things like they didn't have a resume when my gen ed students were coming in with beautiful resumes. They didn't have a college list. Even though they knew about their Naviance account, they didn't really know how to navigate it just because it takes a lot of one-on-one type of help. And so I started creating a list, and then they also needed to understand like the difference between public and private school, and what's a 2-year degree compared to a 4-year degree. And one senior meeting was not enough for me to like go over that. You get 40 minutes in that meeting, and then we have time, time available to help them after that. But I noticed that they were not coming to the after school, the help that we had during like periods 1 and 9. One, because I felt that they were feeling a little intimidating coming in when all the other kids already knew what to ask. So even though I'm like, come on guys, we have help, but they weren't showing up as much. So then, because of this, I began staying after school with small little groups of students, 1 or 2 days a week. And then in the springtime is when I approached Sarah with the proposal and my list of gaps that I was noticing and discuss ways how we could close those gaps. Sarah, of course, said, yes, of course, we can see how we can make this work. If our students need it, we will find a way to make it happen. I also share this idea with Stephanie Duval, our ENL directors, you guys. Oh, and the same, she was like, yes, let's figure this out. And I'm sure they brought this up to someone over here. And you guys were, on board. And so today, Mr. Vasquez and I are proud to have our first little group of students. And now that we've been having the, junior meetings, we're getting a lot of more juniors coming in. So I'm hoping that, more kids are going to be prepared next year. Mm-hmm. And so today we have a group of some of our students that are going to tell you their experience about it.
Wonderful.
All right.
Thank you. Are they seniors? Are these seniors or juniors or?
We have a junior and 2 seniors.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So they wrote in English, so I'm like, they got this. They're a little nervous, but I'm like, just
Don't be nervous.
Hi, my name is Patricia Collago. I'm a junior this year who is attending the ENL College and Career. I am the first generation in my family who wants to go to college after high school. My family doesn't know much about the college application process, so they cannot help me with it. This program has been preparing me and provide me with information that I will need next year to start to apply into college. As a junior, I am working on my resume in my college essay already. I am also learning how to use Naviance to do research. I am preparing, so now I'm ready for my senior year. I'm grateful for this program, and I hope that it will continue to help more students like me who need more guidance and with the college process. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jamie Martinez, and I'm a senior in high school. The ENL College Readiness Program helped me a lot this year with my college applications. When I had my senior meeting with my counselor, I felt very overwhelmed and worried because I had so many things to do. I felt like I was not going to get everything done. Many of my classmates had already completed several items on the to-do list over the summer with help from their parents or friends, and I was behind. My mom cannot help me because she does not understand the college process here, and because of the language barrier. I felt I had to figure this out on my own. Miss Quinteros noticed that I was worried and she reminded me that I could come see her on Wednesday for college help for a full hour and that I could do this. At that time, I was still unsure that everything would get done. I went home and got started by creating my common application account. Then, on the first Wednesday after my senior meeting, I stayed after school for help. During that time, I create a list of college and learn how to add them to my common application with the help with Mr. Baskin and Ms. Quintero. They showed me how to research colleges using Naviance and college websites to make sure the school offered the program I want to study. And I met the requirements before adding them to my list. After that, I went home and added more colleges on my own. After the first meeting, I felt much better because I could see that everything on the senior to-do list could be done as long as I keep coming for help on Wednesday after school. There were also general college help after school for 20 minutes in the guidance conference room, but it was often crowded and many students that already knew exactly what questions to ask. Because of this, the ENL support felt more comfortable for me since they understood where I was coming from in my questions. I hope the other ENL students in 9, 10, and 11th grade begin coming for help on Wednesday so they do not feel as overwhelmed during their senior year. I am very grateful for this program and I hope it continues. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Valeria Stendon and I am a senior. I want to tell you how the ENL College Readiness Program helped me this year. When the school year started, I noticed that all my classes were talking about the college they're going to apply to. They already have a list of colleges and talk about the common application and their college essays. I started to panic because I didn't have any of that. I realized I was very behind and lost in the college process. I heard them talk about how their families were helping them, but I didn't have that help. My mom didn't go to school here, so she didn't know how to help me. It was not because she didn't want to help, but because the language barrier. When my counselor told me about the ENL's readiness program during the senior meeting, I felt better. I finally have a chance to work on my college list and my college essay with someone helping me. The first time I attended, I sat with Ms. Quinteros, who helped me fix my college essay, and I have many ideas written down, but I didn't know how to organize or improve them. I continued to attend the program after school on Wednesday whenever I could. With this help, I applied to 11 colleges and have been accepted to 8 of them. I hope this program continue to help other ENL students like me in the future. Thank you.
Great job, that's all.
That's incredible.
The question I have, where are you guys going? Do you know yet?
Yeah.
You know, not yet, not sure yet? All right.
I want to go to Donnybrook or Long Island.
Well, you-
Very wonderful.
Good, that's awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
Very proud.
Yes. Thank you.
Sarah, are you gonna do news of the school?
Yeah.
That was our.
I got a question. Sir, could you give us a little bit of an explanation about Bonnet Crew? I saw a video of that.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yes. Yes, so that's.
What is it and how long has it been going?
Sure, absolutely. So.
Sorry.
No, that's.
Have you seen the video?
Yeah, great. Yeah, it was awesome. So that was the work of our new PR guy, Tino, helped with Instagram and put together our Bonic Brew segment. That's our life skills students and teachers who have been doing that for 2 years now. And they sell in the morning bagels, coffee. It's a great way for our culinary program to bring in the scones that are a huge hit, fan favorite, as you saw on the thing. So that's the short story there, but it's a wonderful program and a way for our students to work on their individual goals.
And what happens, Sarah, when we run out of bagels and everyone got the bagel they wanted? How do we deal with those?
You know, that is all part of the customer service world. That's a learning experience in itself, but it has become the heartbeat of the school in the morning and brings out the best in both our general ed students and our life skills students. So
They make homemade scones.
our culinary hospitality club makes scones. Sometimes with our life skills students if they can, but sometimes on their own as a club. But that collaboration is really special. Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good.
So then you guys can go if you'd like.
Yes,
Thank you for your time. Go work on some more college applications and keep up the good work, for sure.
And you would think after all these years, Navion would get a
Yeah,
little easier. I mean, I still have nightmares over Navion.
Just so you know, Dr. Soriano couldn't be here, but his report is Mad Heart Dance on Friday.
Go see.
Right.
So great.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. So good evening, everyone. February feels like such a short month, but we have so much going on at John Marshall. This month, we are celebrating Black History Month through various projects, both grade level and classroom projects. You know, in the younger grades, it involves a lot of art and certainly doing read alouds with our students, and in the older grades, really studying important figures in Black history. Our classrooms will all be displaying their projects in the hallway throughout the month. So if you're in the building, please take a walk through. We will also be celebrating PS I Love You Day. And this year's theme is be a beacon of light to others. And so we have a giant lighthouse that's going to be put up, and each classroom is going to have a array of light for students to write how they would be a beacon of light for others. Our fifth graders are going to chalk the walk to start off the week on Monday. We have a photo booth set up in the cafeteria, so lots of activities starting next Monday to celebrate PS I Love You Day. And thank you to Coach Sana. Jess Sana is coming down with a number of sources of strength students from the high school to work with our fifth graders next Friday. So it's nice to have that collaboration.
So that's on Monday and then they wear purple?
Yeah, Friday they're wearing purple. We encourage students and staff to wear purple on Friday.
On Friday.
Yes.
This Friday.
No, next Friday. Next Friday. And then I also want to thank Stephanie Dubois Rivera and the registration office. This Thursday, the 5th, in the John Marshall Library, we're having our second annual pre-K and kindergarten registration night. So this is the second year where we're inviting families to come in at a specific time to register their students. It's open to all families who are considering coming to East Hampton as pre-Kers and kindergartners for the 26-27 school year. We really did have a great turnout last year. There will be folks there to help translate for families, to help fill out the paperwork, as well as some of our health department staff. There will be nurses there. If families have questions about their child's medical history or questions about how we handle certain things in the building like allergies. So there'll be a lot of resources there as well, not just filling out the registration packets. And that's this Thursday from 4 to 6:30 in the library at John Marshall. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So we've got public comments. Does anybody, public have a comment? Because we don't have a whole lot of audience. LTV, do you have anybody on the phone line?
No, we have no callers on the line.
You can make someone up at some point. Because, go to the consent agenda. Can I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
Make a motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Superintendent's report and recommendation. let's see, recommend that the board approve the student field trip for the 2025-26 school year. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second,
Second.
any discussion?
First robotics, so for, I think that's our first competition, Sarah. Yep,
New truck.
yep.
Cool.
Ehufsd. Right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 2, recommend the board accept with gratitude the following donations. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you to our donors for
Yes.
your generosity.
Mhm.
Number 3, recommend the board approve the budget transfer for the 2025-26 school year. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second,
Second.
any discussion?
This is just, we're able to purchase something ahead of time. Sam and Tim kind of talked about this in their.
We get a discount?
Yeah,
Yes.
Some
we
discount?
actually got a, not a bad,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's less than next year's.
Good job.
Yep,
Plus,
yep.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 4, recommend the board authorize the administration to file property tax cap calculations to the Office of the New York State Comptroller for the 2026-2027 school year, staying within the current property tax cap limitations. Can I have a motion?
I'll make the motion. Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 5, recommend the board approve the following contract agreements for the 2025-26 school year. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
Second. In discussion?
I think this is what it made everybody happy last year. This is.
The wireless sound.
Yes, for the elementary performance.
Good. That's a good
Yes.
thing to have.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We've talked about that for years.
Yeah.
Number 6, first reading of the revised policies, procurement, uniform and grant guidance for the federal awards, policy number 5413, school safety plans, data network and security access policy, and the concussion management policy, annual organizational meeting policy, and the Board of Education members nomination and election policy. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And on to number 7. Let's see. New policy, cybersecurity incident response, policy 5851. Parents' Bill of Right for data and privacy security, policy 5676E. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Discussion?
These, just so you know, these are policies with our work with Erie One BOCES. Sam meets with the policy committee of the Board of Education, informs them of the policies that need to be updated. This specific policy, I believe, is a new policy that needs to be included as per Erie One.
Yeah, the 5851 is.
Yes.
And the second one is an existing policy, but it references an exhibit, which curiously is not in the policy manual, so we're now adding the exhibit.
This is the
Policy committee meeting. Emily was the one there, so we met in the phone booth. And that's what we come up with. So,
stuff we have to do.
It all looks great.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 8, the board approved to abolish policy number 1611, business of the annual district election. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Replaced by one of the other policies we just put in?
largely duplicative elsewhere.
Mhm.
Recommendation from our council that it was unnecessary because it's entirely covered elsewhere and.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And then we're back to public comment again. LTV, you got any surprises for me?
No surprises tonight.
Trying. That's true. We really probably should be happy, to be honest with you. Have a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Second.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.